Sam Petroda ji, Virendra Sharma, Member of Parliament, Kamal Dhaliwal ji, other senior leaders who are sitting on the stage, IOC members, brothers and sisters. I can also see some children. So all of you, I'd like to welcome all of you and thank you for coming here today. I believe there are also some people who've not been able to come because the hall is full. So I was asking where do the Indian weddings happen over here? In such a small hall. It's an honor for me to come here and speak to you. I was actually invited to Cambridge University to give a talk there on Indian politics and global politics, which I did, and it was quite a nice atmosphere, nice talk. And I was thinking while I was speaking over there, that it's quite strange that an Indian political leader can give a talk in Cambridge University, Harvard University, but he can't give a talk in India, in a university in India. Right? And the reason is that our government simply does not allow any idea of the opposition, any concept of the opposition to be discussed. Same happens in Parliament House. When there are important things that we need to speak about, demonetization, GST, the fact that the Chinese are sitting inside our territory, when we try to raise these questions, we're not allowed to raise them in the House. It's a fact. It's shameful, but it's true. And this is not the India that all of us are used to. Our country is an open country where we pride ourselves on our intelligence, respect each other's opinions, listen to each other, and that atmosphere has been destroyed. You can see the narrative in the media, and the reason we were forced to walk across India, the Bharat Jodo Yatra, was because all the institutions that protect a democracy, that allow people to speak, that allow an expression of voice, are captured by the BJP. And so we decided that a good way to think about it, a good way to act would be to go directly to the people of India and do what used to be a tradition called the Yatra. Yatra is not just a walk across the country. Many great people in India have gone on a yatra. Of course, the most famous yatra was the one done by the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. But there have been others. Vivekananda ji apparently walked across the country. My Sikh friends here, Guru Nanak ji walked across the country. Buddha walked across the country. So there's a list of people who have used this idea of the yatra. And the yatra is actually introspection. It is an attempt to understand what is going on in the country, an attempt to listen to people, but also an attempt to understand the voice of the people and express the voice. So it was a wonderful experience for me. I started in Kanyakumari and we went all the way to Kashmir. Thousands of kilometers in the heat, in rain, in the snow. And we got to understand our country in great detail. We spoke to thousands and thousands of people, farmers, little children like you. What's your name? Huh?
Somewhat.
Sorry?
Somewhat.
Samrat Singh. So kids like Samrat Singh, we met thousands of them. We met youngsters who are unemployed, asking, the most interesting thing was that the biggest issues in India today are unemployment, price rise, and the violence that Indian women face. That third one is a hidden issue, nobody speaks about it. But when you walk across India and you talk to people, those are the three things that you hear. Most women complaining about the violence that they're facing, the fact that they are worried to walk on the streets of our country, huge amount of unemployment, and price rise, and the concentration of wealth. One or two business people controlling pretty much every business. Everybody knows the name. He's become especially famous lately. You can see a lot of sort of reports about his wealth. Huh? Yeah, so you can see that, and it's at the expense of the Indian people, because when there is no competition in a country, right, and one person is making all the money because of his political connections, the strength of the country, the energy of the country is wasted and weakened. So one of the things that we've been pushing is that we need to allow as many youngsters who want to enter business. We need to support all of them. We need to make sure that the banking system doesn't just work for one or two people, but works for youngsters, for millions of people who want to build a business. So these are the type of things that we discussed on the Yatra. And it was a very good experience. Also, I'd like to thank many of you who walked with us. You came from different parts of the world. You came from England, you came from the United States, from Canada, from Japan. From all over the world, people came and walked with us. So that helped us. You helped us with your support and your energy. So that I'd like to thank all of you for that. So that was the experience of the Yatra. And the interesting thing to me was that what the people of India were saying, unemployment, prices, concentration of wealth, Mr. Adani, it's not in the media at all. In the media we see anger, hatred, violence. Then we see Bollywood, Aishwarya Rai, Salman Khan, cricket. We see all these things, but we don't see the real issues that the people of India are facing. So that was quite a learning experience for me. The other thing that some of the speakers alluded to, we walked for almost 4,000 kilometers. It was a huge effort. 5 or 6 people died while we were walking. One of our members of parliament had a heart attack in Punjab and died. So there was also quite a lot of tragedy taking place. People getting injured, someone falling, breaking an arm or breaking a leg. And in the first 5 or 6 days, I started to ask myself, what is my role in the Yatra? What do I have to do? And after thinking about it for a while, I decided that my role was that whoever came into the Yatra, regardless of whether they were rich or poor, young or old, male or female, I decided that my role would be to make them feel that when they walked inside the room, when they entered the Yatra and they came to speak to us, that they should feel that they had come back home. Right? They should get a feeling that they had come back home and they were not speaking to a politician, but they were speaking to their brother, their friend. That was the idea I had, and I told the people who were working with me that, listen, we have to respect every single person who comes, and he has to feel that he has come home. And when he leaves, he must feel that he has left home, that we don't want a political relationship with him. We want an emotional family relationship with him or her. And that is a very powerful thing, because the moment we started to behave like that, the moment we started to say, look, we are going to treat people with respect, immediately the people who were coming started to treat us like family. And you must have seen some of the pictures where it was as if we were meeting our family members. People hugging us, people telling us very emotional things. That was also a very powerful thing in the yatra. And the other thing I noticed was that throughout this walk, people of all religions came, all castes came, all languages came, but there was no anger, no hatred, no violence, no disrespect. And so the yatra was demonstrating to the whole country what the real India is about. What Indian values are, what our religions tell us, what our different languages tell us, what our different cultures tell us, that we are one country with many, many different ideas, and we have the capability of living together harmoniously, without hatred, without anger, without disrespect. And it's when we do that that we are successful. Right? That was the message of the yatra. And of course, on the other side, we have an ideology of hatred and violence, disrespectful ideology that attacks people because of their ideas. And you must have noticed one thing, and this isn't the nature of the BJP and the RSS. If you noticed a statement of the foreign minister, he said China is much more powerful than us. He said China is much more powerful with us. How can I pick a fight with them? Matlab, at the heart of the ideology is cowardice. अगर वो मुझसे कमजोर है तो मैं अपने 5-10 मित्रों के साथ उसको पीट दूंगा, मगर अगर वो आरएसएस वालों से तगड़ा है तो भी भाग जाते हैं। और सावरकर ने अपनी किताब में लिखा है, अगर आपने पढ़ी हो, जो उनकी किताब है उसमें लिखा कि एक दिन उन्होंने और उनके 5-6 मित्रों ने एक मुसलमान व्यक्ति को पीटा और उस दिन उनको बहुत खुशी हुई। तो देखिए, अगर 5 लोग एक आदमी को पीटते हैं और फिर उनमें से किसी एक व्यक्ति को बड़ी खुशी हो रही है, वो कायरता ही है। अगर लड़ना ही है तो एक व्यक्ति से जाके अकेले लड़ लो, मगर नहीं, 5-10 लोग सावरकर जी के साथ एक व्यक्ति को पीटते हैं। तो इनकी आइडियोलॉजी में यह भी है, if someone is stronger, and the foreign minister of the country is saying it, you imagine he's saying China is stronger than us, so we can't fight with them. Achha, the British were stronger than us, so then we shouldn't not have fought with them. How would we ever get independence? How would we ever get independence if we had followed the BJP's principle and the RSS principle that if they're stronger than us, if they're stronger then we don't fight them out, we would be still ruled by the British. Right? So at the heart of their idea is cowardice. And that's the lesson for everybody, and including the people in India. As you said, डरो मत, डरने की कोई जरूरत नहीं इनसे. There's nothing to be scared of. And in fact, the way I look at it, the more they attack me, the better that is for me. Because the more I understand, the more I learn. Right? So this is a fight between courage and cowardice. It's a fight between respect and disrespect. It's a fight between love and hatred. जो मैंने कहा था भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में, नफरत के बाजार में हम मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने आए हैं. And that is the message that I would leave you. As a community in this country, you have done us all very proud. And of course you have done us proud because you've been successful, because you've made a lot of money, you've developed a lot of businesses. But that's not the real reason you made us proud. The real reason you made us proud is because you respect the people you live with, you respect the different cultures, you respect the fact that you're living in England, you listen to their perspective, you embrace their perspective, you tell them about our perspective, and in that way both groups of people improve and do better. So you have shown in your living here, you have shown what an actual Indian person should be doing. Living peacefully, affectionately, with respect, listening to other people, learning from other people, and also, as a result of our history, as a result of our tradition, teaching other people what we know. So I'd like to end by thanking all of you for making our country proud, by shining, by being a shining example of what it means to be Indian, of being respectful, of being loving and affectionate to everybody around. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.